And on top of this, Tony, we're a tropical storm watch in Lee, correct?
Yeah, pretty busy. So we'll take one thing at a time. That tropical storm watch is actually for Friday night into Saturday morning. The good news, as of now, we're not seeing any rotating thunderstorms anymore. All tornado warnings, and we had multiple ones in inland areas, have expired. We'll watch the situation closely. The problem continues to be very heavy rain once again. And you look at the Doppler radar, and we call this training. In other words, the rain is just moving over the same area hour after hour. In the perfect world, you would just have it go like this and move out, and that would be it. But it's just constantly in the same area. And we've had reports of, in the northwest part of the state, anywhere from 3-4 inches of rain, and still raining hard. There's a flood warning for the northwest part of the state. There's a flood watch for in green, it's a flood watch for the entire area tonight. And then in red, it's a flood warning. Would not surprise me if this flood warning gets extended further south. Those areas that had the deluge a couple of days ago, you're getting very heavy rain right now as well. And the ground is so saturated, it doesn't take as much rain to create flash flooding, only because the soil is so saturated. It's easy to have more runoff. So now this is the concern in the short term. I mean, we'll watch to see if there's any more rotating thunderstorms, any potential tornadoes. As of now, that has since expired. You see the reduced visibility in Providence right now with heavy rain. Normally you would see the skyline in here, so that rain heavy at times. Our threat tracker remains elevated for this evening, essentially due to rain. As Mike and Shannon mentioned, Thursday looking good. And then we go back into a weather alert for Friday night into Saturday as Hurricane Lee passes offshore. And we're going to talk more about Lee in about 30 seconds. In the meantime, you continue to see that pipeline, that narrow band of rain on top of us. Note the clearing behind that. This is our weather for tomorrow. Not only sunny, but less humid, which is pretty rare during the summer season. You got all this real estate back here where it's quiet weather for Thursday. This cold front coming through right now, just kind of wringing out the atmosphere of some of these downpours. So we take a look at Hurricane Lee, New England, right up in here. And when you look at the satellite picture, the size of the storm, and the wind speed has actually come down to like 105. Right? It's a hurricane, strong wind. But the size of the storm has expanded, so it's like that. It's very wide. So you can take the center of the storm, still have it pass offshore, and still have some impact in terms of rain and wind for Friday night and into Saturday morning. Here's a more high-resolution satellite photo, and the latest from the Hurricane Center. You can clearly see a well-defined eye. Was a Cat 3, now Category 2. So the winds come down just a little bit. It's a hurricane with winds of 105 miles per hour. And that anticipated turn to the north has started. So no longer more of a westerly component. And the forecast track by the Friday night, this is Friday night, and then eventually Saturday morning. It's passing, now this is Saturday afternoon. So it passes about almost 200 miles east of Cape Cod. This is now, what this graphic represents is not the impact, but rather where the center of the storm will be. And the Hurricane Center field is going to be right here. This area in yellow or orange represents other locations where the storm could pass, but the official track is right in here. So you say, okay, it's offshore, but the fact that the storm is so wide, it's going to throw back some rain and wind, especially for the Cape and the islands. The worst of the wind, the worst of the rain is on the outer Cape, no surprise. One thing's for sure, unfortunately, big waves and surf. A little bit for tomorrow, but more so come Friday and Saturday, and then the storm races up into the Canadian Maritimes. As far as the wind radius, so the wind field is large, even though the storm is offshore. So this area in yellow represents tropical storm force winds, but still feel as though we're going to get some wind tossed back into our area as well. Of course, no surprise here, an offshore hurricane, huge waves. Our wave height forecast showing them increasing on Thursday, especially on Friday and Saturday, so dangerous surf. As far as impacts in terms of rain and wind, highest right in here, eastern Mass, east coastal Mass, the Cape and the islands, at a medium level as far as rain and wind. In this yellow area, which includes parts of Rhode Island and into southeastern Mass, and the further west you go, not nearly as significant. So what do we mean by medium risk? We're thinking in gusts in miles per hour, potential is there Friday night, Saturday, 35 to 50. And then gusts much higher in eastern Mass, and then much higher in the outer Cape. We've seen wind gusts here before of 35 to 50. But the fact that the ground is so mushy and saturated, and the soil is so wet, it's easy to push over a tree. So we're going to have to watch for the potential for some power outages scattered. And again, this is later Friday night into Saturday morning. Right now, I think the evening commute on Friday is looking okay. One thing's for sure, and no surprise here, huge surf, big waves, dangerous rip currents. A little bit for tomorrow, but really ramping up both Friday and into Saturday. Forecast shows that heavy rain moving away as we jump ahead to tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Well-deserved sunshine, dry and comfortable day right on through tomorrow evening and into tomorrow night. And probably most of Friday day is looking okay. So the downpours continue through the early evening hours, and then much better weather both tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. And check back with us. I mean, we're talking about any potential impacts with rain and wind not until Friday night, Saturday. We have all of tonight, all of tomorrow to look at new data from the Hurricane Center. If the storm tracks a little closer, well, it would mean more in the way of rain and wind. At this point, we're not getting a direct hit from a landfalling hurricane, but it's close enough offshore to throw back some rain and wind at us. And tomorrow's just a gorgeous day. No surprise on the beaches. Moderate risk of rip currents, more than likely going to high to extreme by Friday and Saturday. All right, 7-day forecast, looking at better weather. And then here we go. The time frame as Lee impacts would be Friday night, Saturday morning. It wouldn't surprise me if the sun comes back out Saturday afternoon, and Sunday is a much nicer day. A direct hit from the hurricane is unlikely. It stays offshore, but because it's so wide, it does throw back some rain and some wind, especially southeastern Mass. So stay tuned. In the short term, this heavy rain is going to continue.
So I know you're concerned about that. You're concerned about rivers and streams. Shannon was mentioning about Branch Avenue in Providence overflowing from the pond that's behind that. Are you concerned about any of that?
I'm going to keep, the Blackstone is a much bigger river. It can handle a lot of water. I want to keep an eye on the Patuxent. The Woonasquatucket was at flood stage a couple of days ago. More than likely, that river is going to overflow once again. On the West River, on the flooding that occurred on
Branch Ave.
On Branch Ave, there's a very small river. It's called it's narrow. It's called the West River. That's probably going to overflow once again. So we're going to watch that situation closely. I think any rain from Lee would probably be about 1 to 2 inches, if that. But even that's too much rain, considering what we've had of late.
And speaking of flooding, too, I had someone reach out to me, Liz in Cumberland, saying that Manville Hill Road, I guess there's a brook nearby there that has overflowed, and she said it's nearly impassable at this point. So to your point, those smaller streams and brooks, those are the problem.
They don't get enough attention, but they do rise, and because the water moves so rapidly, and a lot of times with brooks, the water sometimes is moving underneath the road, so then now you compromise the asphalt. We had a washout.
Which we saw in Cumberland 2 days ago.
And that can happen as well. So many other indirect things that can happen with very heavy rain. We just can't catch a break here.
We want to go to Bungay Road in Gloucester. We've been telling you about this Scituate-Gloucester line. This is new video just in, and TJ Del Santo is on scene here, and he's talking about trees twisted in different directions, power line snapped. What he's saying may be indicative of a tornado. Obviously, we have to wait until the National Weather Service looks at all of this and sees what the damage looks like. But Tony, I've heard you talk before about the difference between tornado damage and straight line wind damage, and you usually look for that twisted pattern, right?
Yeah, in straight line wind damage, all the trees fall linear, whereas in a tornado, they're all scattered in a circle. So that kind of signature would point to a tornado. Based on the radar data that I was looking at, I'm leaning towards it was a tornado, but the Weather Service will have the final word as to whether or not it was straight line or twisting.
That video we just showed you, Gloucester Police, Scituate Police have shut down that road. They're asking people to avoid the area. The thing that you got to watch out for is, some people want to go and clean up the mess themselves. You got to watch out for those power lines.
Great point. Consider these lines to be active and never go near them. You're going to want to call authorities, let them know where the wires are. Do not touch them and let them take control over, fixing that.
Being in the area could be dangerous when you've got water on the ground and wires down at the same time.
Yeah, and the other thing that had happened in some of the recent flooding is that manhole covers have been lifted. So you see people like,
wading through that deep water.
And there's a manhole cover with no cover on it. So be careful.
So we have crews also seeing some more minor damage, I'd say, in the North Attleboro area, but still branches taken down, indicative of high winds. And I think that's what we're going to probably continue to see as the night goes on and pictures and videos start coming through.
Yeah, so we're going to continue downpours through at least, I would say, 9, 10 o'clock, and then things clear out. The humidity drops. It's a nice day on Thursday. And then we draw our attention to Friday night and Saturday morning. Again, not a direct hit from a hurricane, but getting grazed with rain and wind. And again, because the soil is so compromised and saturated, it doesn't take much of a wind gust to maybe knock down a tree, especially southeastern Mass. Feel as though the strongest wind is going to be out of the Cape. So we'll keep you updated. There's more video from TJ in Scituate.
Yeah, this is the Scituate-Gloucester line. Again, he's looking at this damage, Tony, and the way these trees, I mean, you can see it here, just twisted in different directions, completely uprooted. And that's why he was thinking this looks more like tornado damage than anything.
And TJ has a drone,
yes, he does.
As well as the Weather Service. So what they'll do tomorrow, which is a great day, they're going to look above and see the damage signature and determine whether or not it's a tornado.
All right, we have crews all over southern New England capturing video and pictures of what happened. We'll show you those tonight at 10 and 11.
Thank you for sticking with us. We'll see you later tonight.